Hi my loves, and welcome to a new video. It has been such a long time, and I feel like every video I start I say the exact same thing and it frustrates me immensely, but it's the truth. September flew by. So I last uploaded I think at the start of September, and yeah, the month of September, I don't even know what happened. I feel like it all just disappeared. And yeah, we're now in October, which is honestly my favourite month of the year. I feel like it's when it really starts to feel like autumn. It's dark, it's cosy, it's rainy, and also it's my birthday this month. So a lot of exciting things. And I feel like this was when I started vlogging last year. So it just feels kind of like nostalgic. But I hope you've all been really well. I thought we could just spend a couple of cosy rainy days together. We're going to do loads of baking. Some baking, if you follow me on either TikTok or Instagram, has really started. So I'm going to bring some of that over here. We're going to do a new cinnamon roll flavour recipe today. We're going to make some roasted vegetable soup because that has been my new pregnancy craving. We are going to have a pregnancy we're going to do a pregnancy catch up, and yeah, just catch up because I have missed you. I've missed vlogging. I've missed just being sociable. You can probably actually already hear the rain in the background, but I've also got a food shop coming in, which should be here now, so we can unpack the food shopping together and then we can get into this vlog. I'm hoping that we might even do some shopping in this vlog. Yeah, just have a couple of cozy days together. I am now 24 weeks pregnant, which is absolutely crazy, so I've got loads to catch you up on with that. I had my 20-week scan and baby girl is happy and healthy in there. So yeah, I've got another scan actually on my birthday this month, just a private scan. It's the 4D scan, and because I've got the anterior placenta, they recommend you going quite early. So I think they recommend between like 25 to 27 weeks. So I'm going at like 26 and a half, so quite late, but obviously the bigger she gets, the less room there's going to be in there for them to like do a very clear 4D image. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to get from that, but honestly I'm just excited to see her. Anytime I think about her, I honestly just get emotional. I've started to feel her kicks, so I wouldn't really say they're kicks. I think it's more just her like rolling around and like readjusting. Occasionally she'll give me like a little like elbow or a nudge, but I don't, yeah, I feel her way more than I thought I was going to feel her with the like anterior placenta, because you hear a lot of people say, oh, you won't feel her at all, or you know, there'll be days where you don't feel her, but touch wood, I have felt her every single day since 21 weeks. So yeah, I'm super grateful that I have felt her from 21 weeks of every single day. Obviously every single day looks different. Like some days she moves way more, some days she moves hardly anything, which is obviously a worry, but I'm trying to push the anxious thoughts away and just enjoy every moment of being pregnant. But yeah, we're gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna wait for this food shop. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy this vlog. So I've just laid everything out on the table that I bought. This did come to £120, and I don't feel like I got a huge amount, but that's how much things cost. So actually let's start over here. So I got Billy some coffee. He really likes strong coffee, so I got the strength 8, and I feel like the Sainsbury's own brand, like their extra special, is actually really good. I picked up loads of butter, so this is my favorite butter for baking. So I've got a couple of unsalted and then some salted. I picked up some dairy-free. I picked up some dairy-free cream. I picked up some tuna. I'm not allowed to eat a huge amount of this now I'm pregnant, but I do like a tin occasionally. Then for other baking bits, I picked up some icing sugar. I feel like I always run out of this. Some self-raising flour, and then I did pick up some home bits and bobs. So I haven't actually seen a huge amount of autumn like scents, but I feel like this might be Christmassy. But I picked up the ginger and spiced pear Fairy Up liquid from Sainsbury's. I'm usually a Fairy Up like through and through, like the extra strong one, but this was scented, so I thought we'll give this one a go. I picked up some new scent beads and some fabric softener. We've always used these ones. We've got very sensitive skin, so these are my favourites. I picked up just some new antibacterial spray. I just got this in an orange because, like I say, I couldn't find anything seasonal on Sainsbury's like home delivery, so we've got orange. I picked up a new Scrub Daddy and then some extra virgin olive oil spray because we were completely out. Very lazy chili because this is so handy for everything. I did pick up a soup. Although we're going to make soup later, I did want one in the fridge just in case. So I picked up the pumpkin spice limited edition Covent Garden soup. Sounded good, so we'll give that a go. Then I picked up a couple of ground sweet cinnamons. And then for milks, I saw this one and I had to get it. So this is the barista cinnamon roll flavour from Alpro. Then we've got the pumpkin spice, soya for baking, and then almond because I just love this in cereal. I did pick up some oil because we're going to make some donuts soon, and this is the best oil for frying. I then picked up a taco kit. I feel like this is just handy to have in the cupboard, like when you don't know what to make for dinner, tacos. And then I did pick up loads of fruits and vegetables. So since I've been pregnant, honestly, I've hated most fruits and vegetables, but I love soup. So this is all for soup, really. We've got some carrots and some sweet potatoes, onions. We've got some avocados. This is not for soup, this is for toast. Then we've got some spinach, a couple of peppers, and then some broccoli. I did also pick up some golden kiwis because I don't know why I was just craving them. So we've got some of those, and then I did buy some bake at home white baguettes because I don't think you can beat them with soup. So yeah, that was everything I picked up. Well, actually no. I also picked up this hand sanitizer. I absolutely love those. So yeah, that's everything I picked up. I'm going to put this away and then we're going to do some baking. We're going to bake our cinnamon rolls and then we're going to make some soup. Good afternoon guys, it's a little while later. The cinnamon rolls turned out so good, but we're just about to make the soup and then I need to get myself ready to go to work. So yeah, we're gonna make a roasted vegetable soup. We're gonna have some sweet potatoes, some carrots, some peppers, garlic, chili, and we're just gonna roast up the vegetables, blend it, and then I don't get home from work until 8. So it's always nice to have like something prepared that's actually like nutritious. Otherwise I eat beans on toast. So yeah, we're gonna have soup when I get home from work, and then I'll probably pick you guys up again tomorrow because I'm not gonna take you to work with me. Yeah, we're gonna chop everything up, pop it on a roasting tray, pop it in the oven, and then once it's all roasted, we're literally just going to blitz it up with a hand blitzer, and then Bob's your uncle, you have soup. I think this should make about 4 portions. So yeah, I'm going to get everything out the fridge. We're going to get chopping, which is honestly my least favourite thing to do. I feel like I'm an awful chopper. I don't know how you can be bad at that, but I am terrible. But yeah, needs to be chopped, needs to be peeled. We need to peel the carrots and the sweet potatoes, and if you're pregnant, make sure you wash all of your vegetables very, very thoroughly, because I think actually vegetables are worse for getting listeria than you are from meat. So please make sure that you wash everything really, really thoroughly. I know we're roasting it, so the bacteria will get killed off, but we want to be extra careful. So wash your vegetables, peel your sweet potatoes, and yeah, we're going to chop. Yeah, it's that simple. I'll put the recipe in the caption anyway. If you are interested in making some soup, because I feel like I said to my mum this morning on the phone, oh yeah, I'm going to make soup. She was like, I'm going to make soup. I'm going to get everything out of my fridge, all those little bits that are like hanging around in the bottom, because you can't actually use any vegetables that you've got. So if you don't have the same as me, that's fine. You can use what you've got. The recipe will stay the same, I would imagine. So yeah, I'm out of breath because I have walked. I feel like I'm getting like really, really big and out of breath. Anyway, we're not here to do a pregnancy update. We're going to do that probably tomorrow now. So yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow because I have run out of time today, and I would like to go and do a tiny bit of shopping tomorrow. Even though I should be spending my time searching for baby bits, I feel like I just want to go shopping. That's what I want to do. I just want to shop. It's a problem. It's becoming a problem because no clothes fit me. So it's not even like I can go and buy myself new clothes because yeah, it's not going to fit me. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to make soup. Okay, bye. Good morning, my loves. It's Friday and it is such a gloomy, rainy day, and I've just popped into town. I think I said yesterday that I was really craving doing some shopping, so I've just come to town. Honestly, couldn't have picked worse weather for it because everything is outside. I did kind of want to go to like a retail park. I'm going to stop my windscreen wipers because they're quite annoying. I did want to go to a retail park or like a big shopping centre, but I just didn't have the energy in me. Honestly, I had such a late start as well to the day. I didn't wake up until, no, I woke up at around 4 and I was awake for an hour, and then I managed to go back to sleep, and then before I knew it, it was 8:10. I don't think I've ever slept in that late. And then I didn't actually leave bed. By the time I was like up, it was like 9:15. I don't know, my body was just exhausted. Clearly I needed the extra sleep. But yeah, I brought myself into town. I'm in my new mum car. And yeah, we're gonna do some shopping. I need to go to Primark. Honestly, the rain is like, I don't know what to do. I've got a big coat with a hood, so I think I'm gonna have to wear that because I don't own a brolly. But yeah, we're going to go to Primark because I want to get a new dressing gown and I want to get some new pyjamas. So they're the two things that I like desperately need to get today. And then I would also like to have a little look for baby girl. I don't really need any more. In fact, I do not need any more clothes, but I just want to have a little look because I haven't bought her anything since I was 16 weeks pregnant. I haven't bought her anything for 2 months, and I feel like she needs something new. I feel like she just needs something, and I might have a little look in John Lewis. I don't know if they have many like baby bits and bobs. It's quite hard to actually go shopping. There's not really shops that sell baby stuff. You have to order it online. But yeah, we'll have a little look. There might be something. But yeah, that's going to be my Friday. I'm just having like quite a chilled day, but I thought I'd take you guys along with me, and then perhaps this afternoon we'll just do some like cozy baking. I kind of fancy baking just some cookies, just something like nice and cozy for the weekend. So yeah, happy Friday. Hope you've all had a lovely week and you've got a good weekend planned. I'm really hoping as well, the plan is I'm going to go shopping, then I'm going to go home, we're going to do some baking, and I'm going to edit this vlog so that I can upload it in the morning. It will be up, no, maybe not Saturday, maybe Sunday. Maybe we'll upload it on Sunday. And yeah, then you've got a weekend vlog, and then hopefully I'll get back more into a routine of just picking you up and filming. But yeah, happy Friday. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get out of the car, walk in the rain, and we're going to go to Primark. Good afternoon, my loves. I just got back from shopping. I made myself some lunch, so I had that soup that I made yesterday, and honestly it is so good. So if you're looking for something quick and easy to make this weekend, you've got to try this soup because it was really good. And I know I said I was going to have some of it last night. I didn't actually end up having anything, so I was finished like teaching and Billy texted me saying, do you want nugs? So in other words, he was going to McDonald's. So yeah, don't judge me, but we had McDonald's for dinner last night, and I woke up this morning and my mouth was like the Sahara Desert. It was so salty. But yeah, so I had soup for lunch today, just with one of those bake at home baguettes. Just popped it in the air fryer for like a couple of minutes, and there you go. Healthy quick lunch. Yeah, we went shopping, however it wasn't hugely successful, says the girl that has got a huge Primark bag. However, I did not really buy anything for myself. I only bought stuff for baby girl, which I knew was going to happen, and I said I could not do, but I definitely did it. So yeah, I bought some bits from Primark, and also while I was in town I did pop into John Lewis, and they actually had so much selection. I was so surprised. They had so many pushchairs, so I've asked Billy if he'll come back with me on Sunday. So we're going to have a little look at the pushchairs, because they have got the Silver Cross pushchairs in there, and they didn't actually have those in Mamas and Papas. And I'm kind of tying between the Silver Cross and the Eye Candy. I know I want a dark colour because I'm going to be walking outside a lot, and obviously with the dogs, I need something dark, because although the like light colours very pretty, they're not very practical. So I want like a dark chocolate brown kind of colour, and obviously I'm having a winter baby, so it just makes the most sense for me. So I'm hoping that Billy will come with me on Sunday and we can have a little look at the pushchairs. And they also had like everything you could need for a baby. However, I am so unorganised, and I got in there and honestly I just felt kind of overwhelmed, and I was like, oh my god, I'm having a child, like I have no idea what I need. And I felt kind of like a bit stressed, so I need to sit down as well this weekend and write a list of all of the things I need. I know obviously this is my first time having a baby. I'm going to probably end up buying things that I don't need, missing things that I do need, but luckily my sister has only just had a baby. Only just, I mean he's 3.5, so it was quite a while ago, but she knows a lot of the stuff that I'll need, so I'm going to lean on her a lot for helping. But yeah, overwhelmed, stressed, but I bought some bits in Primark for her, so yeah, here we go. I have already bought quite a few bits and bobs for her, but because I bought it like 2 months ago, I can't actually remember what I bought, and I know a lot of it is like pinks and like pretty like girly colours, because I really do want to like lean into that kind of side of things. But in Primark they had some lovely like neutral bits, so I picked up a few bits and bobs, and the quality was really nice. Actually, first I did pick up some pyjamas. So I always wear these pyjamas. I've worn them for years. I usually, like pre-baby, used to wear an extra small. So we've upped to a medium, which I'm hoping should fit, but they're just like this lovely like chocolate brown colour, and they're just really comfy and really soft. So I did pick up those. Then for baby girl, I picked up some little socks. I've actually only bought her one pair of socks so far. So these have the little grippy bits on the bottom. They just remind me of doing Pilates. How sweet. I couldn't like not get them. I think, are they pairs? Are they cats? I'm not sure. I thought that one was missing an eye then, but it's just twisted around. So yeah, I picked up some socks. I then picked up this little matching set. It's just in this like lovely mole colour. I have got mainly everything in a size 3 to 6 months. I didn't want to get them too small because I know she's going to grow so quickly. She's going to grow into them really quickly, and I just thought this was lovely. And a matching set I don't feel like you can go wrong with. So yeah, I picked up this. This one was £9. So I picked up that. I then picked up this gorgeous like pram suit. Obviously I'm having a winter baby. I feel like a summer baby is much easier to dress because you can just pop them in like a little baby grow and you're good to go. But obviously I'm going to need a lot of layers. So yeah, I picked up this lovely like fleecy pram suit, bodysuit. It's got the zipper on it, and then it's just got like little teddies in the middle. They had like a really lovely like teddy bear section. I've actually not bought too many teddy bear themed items. I know it's super popular at the moment, but I just kind of have gone for like the more girly side of things, whereas I feel like this is like a lot more neutral. So if you don't know what gender you're having, this would be perfect for you. So yeah, I picked up this, and this was £12, which I thought was really good. I've actually got a couple from H&M, and I feel like they were more like 30. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of money to spend on something that she's going to fit in for 3 months. I then picked up another little neutral set. So this one is striped. I just thought it was really sweet. So you get the body grow, and then you get the leggings. I know apparently zippers are a lot easier than the poppers, but I feel like if I get a nice like mix of both, I can figure out what I prefer to like use. So yeah, once again, I got this in the 3 to 6, got this in 3 to 6 as well. So just a couple of like neutral items. I then picked up this little set. The material is so soft. Honestly, it feels like, I don't know, not cashmere, but it feels very like really nice quality. And I got this one actually in a 0 to 3 months because I want to get her obviously a few little bits that she can wear as soon as she's here. I don't want everything to look like she's wearing someone's hand-me-downs. So yeah, I picked her up this in a smaller size, and I felt like the jumper doesn't look big obviously because she's going to be tiny, but I feel like, yeah, that doesn't look teeny tiny, although the leggings do. How sweet. I can't believe she's going to be that small. So yeah, I picked up this set, and this one was £10. So yeah, slightly more expensive than the others because I think the quality is just a little bit better. And then last but not least, I picked up another little teddy bear set, and it's got the little footies in it. Oh, so sweet. So this is more like a knitted material. Once again, I got that in the 0 to 3 because obviously she will be 0 months. She will be, yeah, very little up until, so she's born end of Jan, Feb, March, April, and by April hopefully the weather should be a little bit warmer, so she won't be wearing like really thick things like this. So I thought this would be lovely for her to start with. So yeah, that was everything that I picked up from Primark. And then I parked in Tesco, and if you park in Tesco you have to spend a certain amount of money to get your parking. So I picked up this adorable little, oh, it's not, you can't really see it properly. This lovely, once again, teddy bear again. Everything I feel like is Little Bear, but it's got a little button-up cardie, and then underneath it just has like a little vest, and then we've got the leggings with the feet. So yeah, that was everything that I picked up. Quite successful, still quite stressful. Hello, baby dog. You haven't seen the vlog in ages. Oh, look. You're gonna say hello? The other morning while we were getting ready, there was like this like baby sound outside. I was thinking, we live on a street where I feel like I'm probably the youngest person on the street, but there was like this crying and I was like, what is that sound? So I just got out the shower and I looked out the window and it was a black and white cat and a black cat, and they were just like making this weird like baby crying sound to each other, like almost like an alarm. Like when I had cats, I remember they would do that to other cats, like almost to warn them, like, don't come near me. So yeah, they were making this like horrendous sound. Billy came upstairs and I said, oh look, there's cats outside. And we were all fully invested, like the dogs, all of us, in watching this cat fight. We must have sat there for about half an hour. Then a car came and obviously scared the cats. Then they sat under my car and continued to do it. So now Winnie, whenever I put her up here, she thinks the cats are out there. Can you see the cats? Can you see the cats? Even though she is the same size as a cat and I don't know what she would do, she's still upset about the cats. To be honest, she gets upset about anything outside of the house. In the house, angel dog. Out of the house, devil. I really want to get her something that just says, I am an absolute twat, on her lead, because she is the pain in my arse, this dog. But we love you. We do love you. And you shouldn't be on the bed, should you? No. The bestest doggy in the world, obviously, and my Lola. But yeah, I thought while we're up here, whilst we're looking at baby bits and bobs, we could do a little Q&A. You guys did leave me quite a few questions, and I had quite a few questions on Instagram after my announcement post. So I thought, let's discuss them now. So where do we begin? Okay, actually, I took a screenshot of the questions. Let me see if I can find them. So I've got them. Questions on obviously my relationship, whether I was back with Billy, and I've always been pretty private about my relationship. Billy hates social media. He doesn't have social media and he just doesn't like it, which fair play to him. I fully respect that, and it's actually almost quite nice that he isn't involved in it. So yeah, I'm going to keep most of it sort of private, purely because that is what he would like and I want to respect his wishes. But yes, I'm back with Billy. We did obviously break up at the start of this year, which feels crazy. It feels like it was like another lifetime ago. But yeah, we did go through a breakup, and we didn't actually, without like going into too many details, we didn't break up because of not loving each other or one of us did something awful to the other. We just got to a stage where we just were, I don't really even know how to describe it. There were just some things that weren't working. But yeah, we never like lost that love for each other. So yeah, we managed to work through everything and we got back together, and then a month after he moved back home, I fell pregnant. So yeah, that is basically a summary of what happened. But actually leading on from that, I had a lot of questions on how long it took me to conceive and how I knew I was ready for having a child. And I know this is a very, very sensitive topic and I'm going to tread very lightly. But in terms of how long it took me to conceive, we weren't actually trying, and this is a very like happy surprise. I knew I wanted to have a child in my life at some point. Didn't have to be now. I kind of saw it more when I was sort of like in my mid-30s rather than like my earlier 30s, just because I knew I probably would only want one child, and I didn't want to, I knew I probably only wanted to have one child. So yeah, I honestly, this is why there's not a lot of content from me finding out I was pregnant, because I had no idea I was pregnant, like not a clue that it was even on my radar. I've spoken about it in previous videos, but I was diagnosed with hypothalamic amenorrhea, and I had that for about 15 years. So I had that for a really, really long time. I went to the doctors, I had all of the tests, and basically last year, they sort of said, your body is like fine. It's just under too much stress, you exercise too much and you're basically underweight. But here's some tablets if you want to get pregnant, off you go. And I was not happy with that sort of what's it called, diagnosis. Obviously I knew that was the case, but I didn't want someone to just give me some tablets and say, okay, off you go. And obviously I wasn't ready to have children. That wasn't why I had gone through all those tests and all of those appointments. It was to find out what was wrong with me. But ultimately it was my lifestyle and my mental health that was holding me back. So yeah, I fully just, it's a really hard thing to do, and I had tried to do it a few times in my 15 years. Winnie, chewing the label on my pajamas. Told you, she's a pest. But yeah, I had tried a few times in my life to get myself to a healthier state, but I think you really need to just think, no, I need to do this. And I just woke up one day and I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to get myself healthy. And that is exactly what I did. So yeah, I'd managed to have consecutive periods for 7, I'd had 7 cycles, and then I fell pregnant. So it is possible. And if you are, you know, in the thick of it and you feel like there's no way out, there is. You just really, if you're in the same situation as me and it is lifestyle and it is mental health, if you really want it, you have got to commit to it. I can definitely go into some more details if you're interested on the things that I did to get to where I am now. But yeah, it's not a quick process. It does take time, it does take commitment, but it is possible and it is so worth it. So yeah, that was kind of like the conception side of things. And then other questions was my symptoms. So I'll do a quick first trimester recap. So before I found out I was pregnant, I found out when I did the test, I thought I was 6 weeks pregnant, going back on tracking, but I was actually only about 4 or 5. But I remember the week before I found out I was pregnant, I honestly felt horrendous. I was so exhausted, to the point where I was like, no, there is something wrong with me. I am not just tired. There is no way I can be this tired. And yeah, I was just exhausted. And then obviously I did the test, found out I was pregnant, and then that tiredness continued throughout my pregnancy, basically. So yeah, tiredness has been my #1 symptom. Also in the first trimester, I really struggled with my skin. I had almost patches of dry skin. They weren't really spots, they were really dry skin, on my face, on my chin, on my jawline, and it was really just uncomfortable, and I just felt really didn't look like myself. So yeah, bad skin, tiredness, obviously sore boobs, usual. I think that's a pretty standard one. What else did I have? I was very lucky with my symptoms. I had no sickness. I did have quite a few food aversions, but they were from things like meat, home cooked food. Honestly, I just wanted to eat out all of the time, but I still had no idea what I fancied. So yeah, I had a few food aversions. I had one day where I was nauseous, one day, but that could have been anything. I don't think that was pregnancy related. And yeah, that was really the only symptoms that I had. Second trimester, the tiredness continued. I've really struggled. And then I also struggled, sounds strange, and I don't know whether it's a symptom or if it's just a cycle, but my eyelashes all broke off and fell out. They've started to grow back now. I've started to use a eyelash serum. So pre-pregnancy I was using an eyelash serum, but obviously in pregnancy you can't use them. So I did loads of research and I found one that is supposedly pregnancy safe, and touch wood, I've been using it now for a few weeks and it seems to be fine. And the other symptom I had was my hair felt really dry and really, I've got fine hair, but it was even more fine than usual. And I was like, I've put no heat on it, I've not been dyeing it. How has it gone into a worse state than it was when I was doing all of those things to it? So yeah, I feel like it does feel better and it definitely feels softer. So I've started using a hair serum as well. I can show you all that in another vlog if you're interested. But yeah, I feel like main symptoms were tiredness and like appearance related rather than like sickness or any of those other things. So yeah, that was symptoms. And then I had questions on my exercise routine. So obviously pre-pregnancy I was really into my exercise. I was gym, reformer, obviously walking the dogs loads. I was just very, very active, and I always have been. But obviously since, like I say, healing my like relationship with exercise, I have dialed it down a lot, and I was in a really good place pre-pregnancy with my routine. But when I found out I was pregnant, obviously I was 5 weeks pregnant, and the day after I found out I went to the gym, and that was the last time I stepped foot in the gym actually. I have not been back since 5 weeks. I've just been doing my reformer Pilates, which I do, I aim to do 3 times a week, and then I have bought some like home weights, so I've just been doing some workouts at home. And obviously walking the girls every day. So I always make sure to get my 10,000 steps a day, and then the rest is just like low intensity. I don't lift heavy anymore. I lift nothing heavy actually. Just for me personally, I know a lot of girls go through their whole pregnancy and they're so strong, and I love that for them. But for me, I just thought in this stage of my life, I don't need to be doing that to my body. It's under enough pressure. I'm tired enough as it is. I'm still really like, I'm still a very small person, and putting that extra pressure on my body just didn't feel right to me. So for me, I've dialed it back. We're just doing when I feel like I want to go to Pilates, I go. Obviously I'm still teaching, but I will be obviously giving that up probably in the next sort of month or so. And yeah, just really like leaning into like a quieter, slowed down version. Yeah, I just could not imagine even like going to the gym now. It's weird, I feel like I haven't even really like missed the gym too much, which is really strange like for me to say, because it was my identity, like the gym, that was me. So yeah, it feels really strange to have like really like stepped away from that. But yeah, Billy still goes to the gym, he still does his thing, but yeah, for me right now, no. And obviously once baby girl's here, I am going to be like the sole like carer, because obviously Billy has a very like high pressured job that he needs his full commitment to. So obviously he'll be here with me, but I will be taking on that main responsibility. So the gym will definitely be taking a back foot, and like exercise, and that's why I've got the home weights, because I will be doing a lot of home workouts, which I'm fine with. I actually loved doing them in like lockdown and stuff. So yeah, like old times. Oh, I had a lot of questions on my diet. So my diet was not great the first trimester. Yeah, it's even like now, I will say that vegetables, they're not something that I eat that often. That's why like that soup is so good for me, because it's all like mushed up, it tastes lovely, it doesn't look like a vegetable. I don't know, there's something about them that I don't know, unless it's covered in gravy, I'm probably not going to be eating it. So yeah, my diet has been, especially in the first trimester, it was terrible. All I wanted to do was eat chewy sweets, which I've always wanted to do my whole life, but pregnancy cravings for that was intense. So yeah, I had loads of sweets. So yeah, I ate loads of sweets, probably very minimal protein, and just a lot of like crumpets and like toast, and yeah, I don't really know, just not the best really, nothing compared to what I used to eat. I've been doing a lot more like cozy, wholesome, home cooked dinners. So this week I've made lasagna, I made orzo, I made burritos, what else? And then obviously last night was McDonald's, so we'll ignore that night. But yeah, I've just been really like making like wholesome dinners, and I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, I've just been eating classic filling dinners. I have been eating a lot. Like first like few weeks, I was bottomless pit. Like I like no amount of food would satisfy me. I was so hungry, like beyond hungry. And that's why when I initially found out I was pregnant, I kind of was like, oh, maybe I'm having a boy, just because this hunger, and they say like an old wives' tale is like, you know, like ravenous and things like that. But yeah, I was just hungry. I think when, like I say, before I fell pregnant, and I think my body was just like, no, we need this energy, we're growing a human now. So yeah, I ate, I didn't think about it, I haven't thought about it, and it's crazy. Like, I know I'm growing a human, but I don't feel like I've put on too much weight apart from on my belly, despite the amount of food that I'm eating, which is crazy. Just goes to show you how like clever your body is. It will tell you when you need something. But I will say this week I've been a lot less hungry. I feel like I'm just constantly full. Like, it feels like there's no room in my belly. So yeah, I haven't been eating as much this week, which has kind of been nice because it was getting to the point where I was like, I'm starving, but I don't like any of this food because I've eaten it too much. I'd open the cupboards and be like, no, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. So yeah, it feels nice to kind of have like normal like routine. Although tonight we are going out for a roast dinner. That has been one of my cravings, a roast dinner. So this is the third time that we're trying to go out for roast dinner. First time we went, they'd run out of roast dinners. The second time we were just like, right, we're gonna go to Toby Carvery. I'd had a market that day and Billy was like, right, we're gonna go to Toby Carvery. We got there and they were like, we've run out of meat. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, maybe we could just have the vegetarian option because I'm fine with that. I'm not like, meat has been like one of my food aversion, so I was like, okay, that's fine for me. And the queue was insane, so we left that. We had Nando's. So yeah, fingers crossed tonight I'll actually get that roast dinner. It's a Friday. We're thinking we might be lucky because most people go out for a roast on a Sunday. I think that's mainly covered the like overview of everything, but if you've got any other questions, please let me know. And also any like baby suggestions, things that I need, I'm all ears. Like anything like you feel like really worked for you and you think that would be helpful for me, please do tell me because I am all ears. Also, I think before I close off this vlog, I'll quickly show you a bump update because my belly feels huge. So yeah, I'll show you my bump and then we're gonna bake some cookies and then that is probably gonna be the end of this video. So I just wanna say a huge thank you for watching. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you do some cozy baking this weekend and yeah, just have a lovely weekend. So this is the bump at 24 weeks pregnant. I feel like she is really popped. I was going to say from the front you can't really tell I'm pregnant, but I think you can tell I'm pregnant now. So yeah, this is the bump. And I will check in with you in the next vlog, show you how much she's grown. Have a lovely weekend.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet.